Thanks, Sherry. Well, Facebook can make parents a little nervous, especially with the new policy changes announced last week. If you hadn't heard about it, teens can now share their Facebook with anyone, raising the risks of minors, leaving a digital trail that could lead to trouble. So the question is this safe? Well, joining us now to discuss what this is all about and to explain what parents need to know about, we're joined with Katie Greer. She's a national safety expert, internet safety expert. And Katie, thanks so much for being here, first of all.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
So tell me about these new Facebook changes. Can you walk us through them?
Sure. So previously, before Wednesday, although these are slowly rolling out, so it hasn't completely taken effect yet, but before Wednesday, anyone under the age of 18 that had a Facebook, over the age of 13, because you're not allowed to be on Facebook unless you're 13 years old, so they were only allowed to post things to friends or to friends of friends. There was no option to post things publicly on Facebook. With these new changes, kids under the age of 18 now have the ability to post things publicly, pictures, comments, whatever it may be.
Now, what are some of the possible pitfalls of this? I mean, it sounds like there could be a few.
Yeah, I think parents are kind of up in arms about this, and everyone's getting really nervous about it. So the biggest one, obviously, is over 1.2 billion people on Facebook. So any information you put out there could possibly be seen by any one of those people, whether it be a complete stranger, college application process, that also comes into play as well. So if you're making bad decisions, posting publicly, there can definitely be some ramifications.
You mentioned it's not just statuses,
right.
Things like photos of yourself, photos of your home. I mean, all potential things you wouldn't maybe want strangers seeing.
Right. So I always say to kids and to adults as well, this is an issue with adults, the issue of, would you ever, before you post, think, would I take this picture, would I take this comment and bring it out in the Mass Pike and hold up a huge sign for everyone to see? If not, maybe something that you might, would keep from 1.2 billion people seeing on social networking sites.
Now, of course, Facebook's manager of privacy and public policy, they said that the executives really weighed this decision. They didn't just decide to do this overnight. Yeah. But in the end, they decided that, teenagers should have a public forum for making postings and posting things that they're thinking about. And what's your opinion about that?
I thought kids are doing, kids are movers and shakers. They're doing really, really amazing things. The West High Bros, a group of kids in Iowa that established a public Twitter feed just to send out nice tweets about their classmates. So I think there are a lot of positive things about this. Kids are standing up for certain causes, cures for cancer, on and on and on. So I do think I think Facebook, their heart is in the right place. All these other social networking sites that they're flocking to, they have the ability to post publicly. So I think Facebook is just trying to catch up and maybe save some of their audience from going elsewhere.
So, of course, the big question, parents who are watching right now, maybe they're a little bit concerned. Right. What can they do at this point to sort of put some safeguards in place?
Right. This is a great time to have a conversation. And that is my biggest message when I talk to parents all over the country. Talk to your kids and let them know, because kids developmentally aren't wired necessarily to make the best decisions all the time, or they wouldn't stay at the house until they're 18 years old. So I think it's really important to talk about what it means to post publicly, what the possible ramifications are, and to check in and make sure that they're making the right decisions.
And just quickly, there is still an option to not post publicly. Is that correct?
Right. There is. So you can choose with every single post who you want that audience to be. So you can post publicly, you can keep it private to just yourself, you can keep it to just your friends of friends. But just a little note that if you change that setting, it stays that way for the rest of your post. You'll have to go back in and change it again, which is a feature I don't really like too much. But I wish it would default back to private. But
all right, certainly a conversation that parents and teenagers can now be having.
Absolutely.
Now with these changes.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you so much, Katie Greer, for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Back to you.